Hi, it's Brad from bradthepainter.com, and today I wanted to do something that is has very little connection to painting, but it's important just in the way I work around my house and handyman jobs. I guess there is a painting connection in that I wear these, I buy these gloves. They're like you buy these in a package of 10. I think it's like $12 or something, and then I cut the fingertips off, and then when I'm working with latex paint, I keep my hands wet all the time. I'm always washing something or other, and I try to keep the gloves wet, and the gloves act like a rag. It's always on your hand, so you're wiping a piece of caulk, and you just wipe it off on your glove, and that's why my gloves look. I mean, look at these. I mean, these are like, I don't know why I'm hanging on to these. Some of these are really not even usable anymore. But that's, oh boy, that's not really what this is about. This is about work gloves in like you know stacking wood kind of work, which is what I do a lot of. And I've tried using sort of budget gloves, and if you spend a few dollars on a glove, I think I stacked wood with this, maybe like one cord of wood, and it just fell apart. And you can treat the leather or some, condition it and so on. That's, you can see my right hand and my left hand, and it just doesn't hold up. And I hate spending money, period, on things that I, that I have to have. And so I ended up buying. Sometimes I buy these really nice gloves. These are really fine gloves, and also these are insulated work gloves, and these are cut proof gloves. They're supposed to be cut proof for my chainsaw work, and I end up going through them in way too fast. And so what I decided to do was look on the internet, on YouTube, and see if anybody's doing like gluing. Like I wanted to glue a little, like a patch to the fingertips, which is where what I run through. Obviously, what we all burn through. So there's nobody really doing that, talking about that. So I decided to pioneer myself here. And what I did was I went to a secondhand store, and this is a lady's skirt, and it was $10, I think, and it smelled kind of nice, I have to admit. But anyway, it's a really cheap way to get a lot of leather. This purple one is also from a different lady's skirt, or maybe this was a jacket, and this one is kind of interesting because it had sections where it was three layers thick, and what I did was I took this purple stuff, and I bought these. First, I bought these on Amazon. These are like $7 a pair. That's what you should pay for, I guess, for a pair of work gloves. But how long would that last on its own? So what I did was I took these patches and I glued them on. I'm going to show you how I did that in a second. And I glued them onto the fingertips. And the type of glue and how to do it is what I'm going to show you here today. And I've been using these gloves actually pretty hard, and they're fine. And I figured that, well, when I burn through those three layers of leather, I probably will toss them away. Here's another one. This is the insulated gloves. These are the winter work gloves. And I found some other leather, and I got them on there. And now I glued this with, I can't remember the glue I used, so it's a little bit stiffer, but when you're lifting wood and you're moving around logs and stuff, but this is really thick. It's going to last a long time, and so I don't have any problem. I think this pair of gloves cost, I think, close to $50. The well, no, the cut gloves. These cost $50. These were up there. These were not cheap, and I didn't want to wear them because I didn't want to wear them out. I wanted to keep them, so I decided to go ahead and do that. And this glove, I might as well work on this today as like a model. The right hand is done, and the left hand I've done one finger, and I'll be doing all these. And I went ahead and used these a little bit, and I guess it's better to do it before you get them dirty, but I don't think it really matters that much. And I'll show you here exactly what I did. And this leather is actually, it's not bad that it's roughed up a little bit. Maybe too smooth is maybe not so good. But anyway, what about the glues that I was using? I thought the first thing I tried was shoe goo, and I won't even link to this on the Brad the Painter page. I'm not even sure what this post is going to be called. I guess it'll be called Work Gloves, or Making Work Gloves Work. Anyway, so then I tried that. That did not grab the leather, and I was very surprised. I thought of all glues, a shoe would be good. Then I bought Arlene's Fabric Fusion, and this does actually work pretty well. It's for leather as well as cloth, and you can wash it, but it says permanent adhesive, but it's not. It doesn't really stand up to really hard work. Oh, and in the beginning, I was using a construction adhesive, and there's another video somewhere on YouTube. The piston for this caulk gun is right here, and so what I do is I take a nail. Once the nozzle gets completely clogged and you can't do anything with it, I find out where the piston is, and I pop a nail in. I pull the nail out, and then I squirt, and the glue comes out, and that's fine for when you want to glue small amounts of things. This glue dries very hard. It's extremely sticky when it's wet, and it's a really great glue, and I use it as much as I can. For a tube of that, it's a few bucks, and look at all that glue you get for a few bucks. But it dries too hard for this project. So what I ended up using was Goop, and there's Goop, and there is Goop 2, and I haven't found any difference between them, but this is a glue. It's a little expensive. I think a tube of this is upwards towards $10 these days, but it's still a pretty good deal. So what I do is, and I have this. I'll use this purple. Should I? Yeah, I'll use this purple. I'll do it on the little finger because that gets the least wear and tear. So you have a little time when you work with this, and I should have my respirator on because this is nasty stuff. So I just sort of goop it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and I sort of smush it around with this a little bit, and maybe I'll just make 2 layers on this, so I get that about centered. You can sort of see where the force goes on the if you've used them a little bit, you can see where your finger is. So there's another layer. There's toluene, which is a cancer-causing agent in Goop. Not good to be around, but I think I'll go a little bit more on the tip there. But I've got all the windows open. It's a nice day. So what I do once I get the leather together, I take blocks of wood, just like you're clamping anything that you're gluing, and any size clamp would work. I even use my big long clamps, but the smallest I guess that you have that will work, and that one's just gonna work. So that would dry overnight, and I could do the middle finger now, and I could do the thumb, I guess, even all in the same day, but I'm not in any hurry, and it's kind of nice to do 1 a day or 2 a day, depending on how many clamps you have. And then when you get done, I guess the last thing to talk about is, where are my scissors? The last thing is that what you end up with, here's one. What you end up with is a little too much leather on the side. So you come along with your scissors, and if you want, now I'm not left-handed, and you sort of trim it down. And does it matter that comes up? We'll see, that could use some more glue. But does it matter that it's gonna fray? I guess it could pull off, but this glue really holds really well. So that's what I do. Oh, I guess there's one other option that I did use in the past. This is a dowel from an old chair, and I would do the same thing. I would glue it. I would put it on there. I would put the dowel in the finger, and then come along with rubber bands, and clamp them down that way. So what happens there is the glue comes out the sides. A little rubber sticks to it, but so what? It wouldn't matter at all. And then when you're done, And that's it. And hope that helps. I'll put some links to all those products, the products that work for me and the products that I like. I will link to them. I do like these Wells Lamont gloves, but I hate burning through them so fast. Anyway, I hope that helps. Enjoy. Good luck.